Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Abby, I'm the owner of a couple tumblers and also a couple glitters. Welcome to day 9 of the 12 days of Christmas. Today I'm going to be trying out a new epoxy. That's right, new. If you've been following me for a very long time now, I've been using KS Resin Liquidy Split Ultra UV for all of my tumblers. I do not have any other type of epoxy in my office, and that's the only thing that I use, but I wanted to try this out. Artistry Epoxy sent me a sample size of their old fast set, so that is what we're going to be trying today. I did order myself their new fast set, so later on I am going to do another video doing a first impressions and review on that one. So before we get started, you guys already know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below, and let's get to it. Here are the bottles for Artistry Epoxy Fast Set. So you can see that the two bottles are differently sized. So part A is going to be bigger and then part B is a little bit smaller because it is a 2-to-1 ratio. I do appreciate how the sample bottles came with this twist nozzle. I felt like I had good control pouring my epoxy into these little medicine cups, and part A was definitely thicker than part B. Part B was a lot easier to come out of the bottle, and part A I really had to squeeze. So part A is thicker and part B was kind of liquidy, I'm not gonna lie. And they said on their website that this can dry within 2 hours and that it had no VOC. So this actually had little to no smell, which I did appreciate, because KS Resin Liquidy Split Ultra UV, you can smell it a little bit, but it's not too strong like a regular epoxy, kind of like Amazing Clear, but this one had little to no smell whatsoever. Also on their website it said that this was a medium viscosity. I'm not really too sure what the viscosities mean, just because I've been using Liquidy Split Ultra UV for so long that I just feel like Liquidy Split Ultra UV is a thinner viscosity. Like I just feel like it's thin, and when I went to go pour these, it was kind of similar to the KS Resin one. I did put 20 mLs worth of part A, and then I put 10 mLs worth of part B into this medicine cup. So now I'm just going to take my popsicle stick and stir. I am kind of treating this kind of like KS Resin because I don't want to change anything in what I do just because it is a different epoxy. I know different epoxies, you have to do things a different way, but I wanted to see how it would be like if I just treated this like KS Resin. When I'm stirring this, I can definitely tell that it is a little bit easier to mix, and there are not that many bubbles, and I really like that because when I mix my KS Resin, the whole medicine cup kind of gets a little white because of all the bubbles that forms, but here you will see in a little bit how much bubbles actually form in this medicine cup. While I'm mixing this epoxy, we might as well talk about the sale that A Couple Glitters is having. Today, everything on the website is buy one, get one 50% off. So go and get your A Couple Glitters glitter and go enter into the giveaway. The question of the day is, what is the coolest Christmas present you've ever received? Leave me a comment down below so that way you are entered into the giveaway. Also, I got into the holiday spirit last minute and decided to do another giveaway. If you've already placed an order in the month of December, you are already in for the giveaway. But if you want to place an order, you have until December 23rd to do so. I am going to go live on Christmas Eve in the Facebook group A Couple Glitters to pick 2 winners. One person is going to get their order fully refunded, and the other person is going to get a $25 Amazon gift card. And here you can see how much bubbles I actually created while stirring, and it's really not that bad. So we are going to go and see if these bubbles pop when I am putting this onto my tumbler. This is the tumbler that I created yesterday, so this doesn't have any epoxy on it. I just sealed it once, which I probably should have sealed it twice because some of the chunky glitter did move. So I can tell that this is very thin, and it may be the same type of thinness as the KS, but I feel like KS is a little bit thicker. And I will tell you, my room is not hot. I ran my space heater just for a little bit, but then I ended up turning it off because what I wanted to see was if I could use Artistry epoxy without having to turn my heater on, because whenever I use KS resin, my room is always like a sauna, and I wanted to find an epoxy that I didn't have to turn my space heater on for. So I had to actually use about 40 mLs worth of epoxy to get this covered. So I am just going to cover this entire tumbler, try to cover all the glitter and get an even coat. The time is now 4:17, so I'm going to come back in 2 hours to see if this is going to be fully dry. I actually forgot to torch this, so I'm hoping that no bubbles are going to appear. The time is now 6:17, so I am going to go and see if this tumbler is fully dry within the 2 hours. So I'm just going to lightly touch it, do a little pet, and it is still a little tacky, so I'm going to wait a little longer to see if it will fully dry in that time. But on the good note, I don't see any bubbles, so thankfully I did not torch this and I actually forgot, so the bubbles popped on its own. The time is now 6:50 and this tumbler is dry. I will have to put a second coat on it just because of the chunky glitter that is still poking through, but the fine glitter feels pretty smooth, so I definitely recommend this epoxy just because I didn't have to put my space heater on. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!